head up high, and don't be afraid of the dark. At the end of a storm is a golden sky, and the sweet silver song of a lark. Walk on through the wind, walk on through the rain, though your dreams be tossed and blown. Walk on with hope in your heart, and you'll never walk alone. Busting on your house, bustle top, bustle top. Let's try that again.
Rehearsal tracks.
So I'm tabbing the scenes that I'm in, and I'm in this scene at the inn where we're drinking and having mimed conversations while Tevya and Lazar are having a conversation in the front. So I'm kind of new to all this musical stuff. I did 20 plus years ago in college, I was in the musical state fair. I was a fair goer and had a little brother, and we would walk around like we're going to the fair. And I also was the waltz partner for the mincemeat pie judge. And then of course we all got to sing the chorus stuff. But I really don't remember much about that. It was so long ago. So I feel like this is kind of my first, I guess it isn't my first, second musical. Anyway. I'm so excited. I enjoy the story of Fiddler on the Roof, although it is really sad and tragic too. But it's really funny too. And the songs I love, and well, the men's songs I really love. And I sing them all the time, and my kids are annoyed, but now they get to listen to me practice all the time. And I do get to sing some of the men's songs because I get to be a tavern dancing man. And I also get to be one of the entertainment dancers at the wedding. Oh yes, I also get to be Ida the baker, and I have 2 children. So it's kind of interesting developing characters for each of those different roles. Well, at first I wanted the baker character to be a little more quiet, soft, just really sweet. But then when we were blocking one of the scenes, I have to go out and yell for people to come buy my baked goods. So I don't think I can be the quiet type, but maybe I'll still try to be the sweet type. We'll see. And then for my tavern dancing man, I just want to be strong. I want to bulk up and be a little more like jovial and, well, like more like my brother Corey. So, first night of rehearsal, I got this book because I missed the info meeting. So I kind of felt a little bit like I was jumping in the deep end and I was sight reading music, which, I mean, if I had the main melody, it would be no problem, but I am alto and I can sort of sight read singing. It's easier on instrument. But I also had some really good altos sitting next to me, so I could just kind of piggyback off of their pitch and figure out where to go from there. But it was fun. It was a bit like, And then I've been practicing at home with an app, trying to memorize the words so I don't have to stare at the book, because I can't act and stare at a book in the show. And now I'm trying to just listen to the music on the app and listen for cues of like, oh, there's a violin right before I come in.
A blessing on your house, mazel tov, mazel tov. Imagine such a spouse, mazel tov, mazel tov. And such a son-in-law, like no one ever saw. The tailor mazel comes oil. The tailor mazel comes oil. Shaw, Shaw. Who is this? Who is this? Who comes here? Who? What woman is this? By righteous anger shaken.
Oh, I'm pretty thrilled. I've always wanted to be kind of in a choir, and there's a lot of good singers in this group. And I feel like I'm in choir, but I'm also singing and dancing. And I'm learning how to act, which is kind of scary, but I really admire what actors do. Learning how actors do their thing and how stunt actors do their things. Not that I'm going to be doing stunts, but I like seeing the magic tricks, how they're explained. So I met my two children, and one of them's taller than me. So they're more like teenagers. But there's no father in our family. And I looked, and there's just not enough male actors to be extras. So there's a lot of families with just mothers and children. So I thought at first, oh, my husband will have died, and everyone feels sorry and sad about that, and I have to like work extra hard to take care of the children and be the breadwinner. Haha, baker, breadwinner. But then I realized everyone else didn't really have a father either. So then I was like, well, I guess there could have been a plague. But that's really sad, and this is already sad enough. So let's just pretend the man in my life is alive. And since I'm a baker, how about he be the wheat farmer or work in the flour mill so that he can make the flour for us to bake our bread. So that's kind of my story for that. Oh, and the dancing's a lot of fun. Although my knees aren't as young as they used to be, so I'm definitely gonna need knee pads. I just need to study the movie now too to see how those dancers exuberate. And I keep training and keep strength training and doing core and planks. I don't like planks. I need to get some abs. Anyway, this is a lot of fun. And I am really feeling alive right now and not so down in the dumps about normal stuff in my life. And I'm just very thankful for getting to be a part of something so fun and fantastic and artistic and wonderful as this Fiddler on the Roof show. Here's my practice session. L'chaim to life. It takes a wedding to make us say, let's live another day. Drink l'chaim to life. We raise a glass and drip it. We'll raise a glass and take a sip of schnapps and In honor of the great good luck that favored you. We deserve that favor too. We stands to reason we deserve it too. Need to memorize those words. We raise a glass and sip a drop of schnapps in honor of the great good luck that favored you. We stands to reason we deserve it too. We know that when good fortune favors to such men, it stands to reason we deserve it too. Okay, trying again. We'll raise a glass and sip a drop of schnapps in honor of the great good luck that favored you. We know that when good fortune favors to such men, it stands to reason we deserve it too. Tradition, mama, tradition. Thank you.
No. Hills are alive. Sunrise, sunset. Sunrise, sunset.
Rehearsal before the big show. I got my makeup on. They told me to do darker eyebrows. I don't know if this is dark enough. Anyway, and I got my unders on so that I can do costume changes and ready to rock it. Getting ready for the show. I'm stretching. Ow! We do lots of dancing, and I gotta wear my drop the beat socks that Tracy gave me under my boots. It's the day of our first show tonight, and I thought I'd make a quick YouTube video to document my experiences up till this moment, but it's taken me half a day to make this video. But anyway, I thought I'd give a few more thoughts and fun details that I have learned through doing this show. So one thing I wanted to let you know is Golda is the mother, and she is like the perfect Golda. She's a wonderful, nurturing, caring matriarch. She gives the best hugs. I just love her dearly, and I feel so comforted when she's there and safe, and like everything is all right because Golda's here. And then Yenta, the matchmaker, you gotta watch out for her. She is a little mooch. And I had my basket of bread, and she's like, oh, let me have some of that. Okay, yes, and some money. And she's like, so watch out for her. And then a few weeks ago, when we were milling around the town of Anatevka, Hoddle, one of the daughters, came and asked me, oh, did you bake that bread yourself? And I was like, no. And then I was like, oh wait, is she acting? Oh, yes, I did. And then she's like, are you sure? She wasn't very interested in my bread after that. So I gotta be in character, I forget. And then one of my tavern dancing buddies, I was super late getting to the tavern scene because it was my first time doing a quick scene change, and there's too many buttons. Anyway, so she's like, what? He's like, what's happened? Where were you? I was like, oh, I was late getting off work. And then I told her how I smashed my thumb with a hammer. I was building fence, and then one of my other buddies like, yeah, me too. So we're trying to have little quiet conversations behind Tevye and Laser Wolf while they are doing their scene. So some of the other things we say are like, I was like, Laser Wolf, the butcher, he has really good sausages right now. They're really spicy. I like them. You should try them. And then my buddy's like, again with the sausages? And so I was like, well, they're really good with the bagels that Ida bakes, which is my other character. And I asked him, well, what do you like to eat? And she's like, oh, Mod Pizza has a really good gluten-free cauliflower crust. She's like, I really could use some of food right now. All I've had is like jerky stick and M&Ms. And then I share my little tidbits of history because I learned from my brother. Things like Japan and Russia were at war, and Japan was beating the Russians, and it pretty much led to the end of the Tsar regime of Russia. I don't know. I need to look it up more. And then also Teddy Roosevelt had a hand in negotiating their peace between them. And he got a peace prize for it. I had no idea. Anyway, I am excited to have more interesting conversations and interactions tonight with my fellow cast members. Yeah.